How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? It is that one guy back at it again with a lovely tale of Platinum Star City. We're here with our adventurers. If you haven't been here for the Zero session, it is up on our YouTube channel or my YouTube channel at That One Guy Plays. I will try and put a link in chat when I'm free or have time. But in this session of Platinum Star City, we have a unique world filled with mystery, magic, and modern technology. This city is filled with people who have dreams of becoming great and powerful things, or those that simply wish to live their common normal lives. While here, there is a massive fog that surrounds the outside nature beyond the walls, where adventurers can go and have a good, pleasant time, or simply try and get enough funds to get by the day in this lovely little town. Well, the city is convened with two different sections. You have the lower common section ring, which, even though is not as elegant as the noble area, is still beautiful in its own rights. Citizens communing with each other, having access to very beautiful landscapes, farms, and massive skyscraper buildings of malls, towns, food courts, and that is immaculate for its time of age. The inner city is filled with very carved out, elegant buildings, houses for the noble families, and the royal castle filling the center, going higher into the sky than any other building. It is here where our heroes, our workers, our performers, and our warriors have all spent a year gathering whatever information or simply enjoying the time in this new world. Out of the 5 heroes that we have learned to know in the old session, we see now as they are in their each individual set locations. And one specific, I'm a little dyslexic when it comes to verbiage, don't mind me, chat. We zoom in on a small section of the lower area, a lovely tavern that shines brightly in the night and has a normal afternoon setting during the day. It is here in these woods that the establish is named after, where fey creatures have come for a very relaxing and protective atmosphere of their nature. And as we zoom in on the interior, we are introduced with joyful music playing in the background, with a bunch of other interesting folk listening in on the free time. It is here, as we zoom in on the map, there is a performance, a practice being had. On the very top, we simply have a elegant singer, one of the very few but efficient enough. Look up the name to get it correct. We have a Phineas Brighthood, a male singer in the woods who performs usually during the afternoon times, and a new up-and-coming performer, one who has captivated not only the denizens of the woods, but those around, playing the violin in an immaculate view, followed by the accompanied vocalness of this Phineas individual. And even though it is not extremely crowded today, the crowd is there and enjoying, and as the final note is given, the denizens clap in applause and excitement as a small break, as the musical instruments seem to immaculate in its own way and come to life, making a small jazzy-like background tone while we introduce into further sections of the group. Here, setting down the violin, coming off the stage after performing a immaculate song, we have Timothy, who has made himself home and is making a name for himself in this denizen of the woods. And as he steps down, he's immediately greeted by his fellow singer Phineas as he walks up to you. Jolly good show, sir. You are going to be famous here. Mark my words, you will make a name beyond the woods into this immaculate platinum city.
Thank you, Phineas.
Indeed. Although, if I remember correctly, you're trying to get the top spots on the night shift, if I do remember correctly. Trying to perform next to our lovely Reftalia, the highlights of this lovely establishment, no?
You know it.
It's going to be exciting. Although I will have to say that losing an accompaniment of yourself will be a little on the sadder side. You being able to shine bright into the night sky, glistening just as much as the city is. I can hardly wait.
I won't be gone for long.
No. You're simply going to grow immaculately.
Yes.
It is at this point that the owner of this establishment, stumbling past and making his way with the gourd still in hand, uncorked, and had a few sips himself, you see the approach of the Dragonborn of Silverous Scales, the one that you have come to know as Theo. This drunken Dragonborn who you've realized at the establishment has a more lazier tone, even though his name is technically on the deed to this place. You know that his assistant, Clara, is more of the in-charge one, but he himself still has decisions, especially when it comes to the entertainment part. And as Theo walks up, now that was a performance.
Thank you, Theo.
So, Timothy, it's been about a year since your original arrival into the city. You almost died.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
That was a thing. But
And
luckily,
then I bashed you in the head with my violin.
I mean, I'm glad it got mended. Seemed like a more expensive instrument than my head did.
Yeah, I would have had you pay for it, Theo.
Debatable, considering how you were the one that hit me with it, but yeah, bygones be bygones.
I would have made you pay for it, Theo.
Well, anyway, tonight's the big performance, is it not? You're officially gonna move on and perform with Reftalia?
Yes, it is.
Very well. If the crowd gets a little overwhelming, just think of it as a extension of excitement. I know she usually likes the more swing and jazz.
Theo.
Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to ask. I know she visits every now and then, but how's Delphi been doing in the Noble-esque area?
She's been killing it, but not literally killing it.
I would hope not.
You know what I mean. She's rocking that shit.
Takes another swig from his gourd. Well, I guess she's still holding on to her royal aspects.
Well, she is supposed to be her sister's advisor, so of course she's going to.
Well, as long as we have no more incidents like what happened last time, and that nobleman is still on the loose according to that captain enforcer.
If I find him, Theo, he's gonna meet the same fate your face did when you woke me up from my knockout.
Keep that energy. It'll help you stay nice and vigor throughout your youth. But
You know it.
just to give you a small little heads up, tonight's performance with Raphtalia will be the debut of your nightlife.
Yes.
And so I've made it a small extra token to invite everyone I know.
Ooh, okay. I hope you have a spot saved for Delphi.
Of course, front left table, nice and empty, and you see at the front left there is a immaculate flowers set up, along with 4 chairs specifically with small little vines that have grown into names. You see one that has grown into the name of Delphi, another that has grown into a name of Belindra. You know her as being the guard protecting Delphi to and from her noble-esque area, and has come to visit with her when she visits you. You see 2 other names emptied. No name tag there, but available for whoever.
Okay.
I'd made sure she get front and center row for your grand debut. I know how close you two are.
Goody. I clap my hands.
You hear the shout from across the room. Theo! I need to talk to you about some purchases of some extra wine crates. See Clara over at the desk, and Theo just has not a shocked, but a wide-eyed, I'm in trouble look on his face as he goes, I better take that.
Have fun with that, Theo.
Yep. And he slowly marches his way over. You see the tail not dragging against the floor, but definitely swinging low like a puppy who is getting called about a bag he chewed open. As you see, the other denizens in this woods are all essentially staff members of those that have lived here. In the center table playing a game of poker, you see a humanoid-like individual with actual Caucasian-like skin. However, the red immaculate's bright hair is also matched with his foxy ears that have picked up, and his white foxtail that is swaying back and forth as he's looking at his hand. The other individuals across from him, you see a tabaxi-like feline, blackened fur with a white muzzled snout. And as her tail is like curling in excitement, she's looking across the table with a smirk on her face. You hear the conversation get a little loud as one of the bouncers/bodyguards, a massive brown bear with a giant sword just leaning against the table, as she one bites a full apple, and as it's crunching in her mouth, holding the cards, the excitement in their eyes. On the far right, you see a small little coyote fox girl. She is one of the daytime waiters of the woods. She's currently on her lunch break eating a nice little cherry pie on the corner table. And about 2 chairs down, a customer. You think an adventurer. He has a rapier-like sword on his left hilt. The antlers pushing through his hat shows that this cloaked armored individual is of deer beast folk-like nature. And as he is eating a salad, you see that the accompanied stray cat that they allow inside, he is gently petting as it is laying sprawled on the table. On the far back left corner, you see another intriguing member of the denizens of the woods. One that has gone by 3 different names throughout the year you've known him. Every week it has changed, but always back to the same 3 and in the same order. And currently, to the week's time, you know she is in her nice little mood swing known as Joanna. And the weird thing about her is that even though she has claimed to be human, there is a red skin-like nature that appears to her in this form. And you know her as her other 2 forms. One being known as Quindel, and when she's in this form, you see that her skin goes back to a humanescence Caucasian skin. Her hair changed to a bright blonde, and wings grow in a more angelic-like form on her back.
Okay.
And then on the third week, she regresses to a childlike nature known as Momo. But the characteristics all blend together: the angelic wings, the red skin, and the small horns, all with a childlike nature. But when she's in this form of Joanna, you have known she's been a more aggressive in a toughened nature, ready for action and almost moody to the point where it's slightly unbearable. But you know there's no real hostility towards you in specific. Could be either she's bad at talking with people in general, or when she's in this form, just doesn't like to talk to people.
Okay.
Standing in this opening, you see Phineas still practicing on top of the stage, not performing, but just to himself. Is there anyone in particular you wish to speak to in this moment?
There's no one behind the bar, right? The
No.
lady that's on there is on her break.
Yes, the waiter that's there is on her break. You do know that the Harrigan, the rabbit folk in the kitchen, known as Elia, or Ellie, sorry, L for short.
Okay.
The rabbit beast folk is not only the cook, but his magic ability to split himself into different corporeal forms to help cook in the kitchen has been very efficient when it comes to the dinner rush. As he's currently also getting ready for the night shift dinner rush. You also know that the time of day is roughly around 2, 3, just in the afternoon. If you wish, you know that your friend Delphi should be getting off of school soon.
Yes.
Many options for this afternoon day. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go talk to L and see if he could get a bunch of fruit ready, if we have fruit, so I could give it to Delphi.
I think I might have accidentally forgot to. Yeah, I did. Let me go ahead and give you control over your character. There you go.
So I'm gonna come down here.
As you
This guy, right?
that's the one of the waiters on her lunch break. The rabbit folk Harrigan is in the back kitchen area, just beyond the blue overhanging lights.
Okay.
If you walk up to the kitchen or the side table area, you can yell into the kitchen, which you should be able to hear.
Oh, so like right there.
Yeah. As you go behind the counter and turn into the kitchen, you see the preparations of 4 rabbit folk, one in a solid white form. You know him as L, as 4 other colors, a red, corporeal, blue, and black, are moving around, gathering items, getting freshly made salad cut up and ready. Another one's getting ready to chop up some raw meat to get ready to cook for the night shift.
Okay. So I'll yell out to L, but not like really mean, like, you know, just to get his attention. I'm gonna say, hey, L, Delphi's on her way. Oh, she should be on her way soon. She's just getting out of school about now. Can I get some like fruits and vegetables from you whenever you got the chance?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. We have some strawberries, some grapes, some nice little oranges I can cut up into little like fruit salad like Essex. Or if you want a true salad, I can whip you up something fresh for when she arrives.
Go ahead and give me a fruit salad.
Fruit salad coming up. And you see the blackened imperial form rabbits speed step to the right and just starts going ham in a very efficiently and skilled way of getting the top stem dug out from the top, leaving the cherry as a whole, and strawberries. And as the stems are removed, they're placed in a lovely dish-like platter. He seems to be making a nice little fruit salad bowl for a group of people that they can scoop into their own separate plates. Is it gonna be for the later afternoon, evening, or is we looking for a lunchtime snack?
I think it might be a lunchtime snack.
Alrighty. Gathering the items together. It's gonna probably take about 10-15 minutes for him to finalize it up.
Okay. I think with that, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I'll wait for this. I'll wait for it.
All right. As you wait for the upcoming arrival of your childhood friend and most supportive person during your journey as a performer, we zoom out of the woods into the open sky of the city. And as we look outward, we pan over to the upper northern section. And in the city, we see in the distance a massive university. The sound of the chiming bells ring out, letting the individuals know nearby that one of the evening to afternoon classes has ended. And zooming inward, we see the joyful communications between students, teachers, faculty members moving around this esteemed building campus, going through its center halls with its stone-like flooring, pictures and stained glass windows depicting history, arts, and other remnants of social interaction to encourage everyone of the possibilities that can be learned here. This university, the PSC University, invites all of common and noble knowledge. A place where they can come together and leave behind the not really dictarian, but definitely the social classes of each other, and knowing that this place is meant essentially to learn, to grow, and to come together. It is here that we enter inside a classroom where this professor is finishing up a lecture on the dangers of the outside woods, of the monsters of the beyond the fog. It is here that we see a very decently sized classroom. Fortunately, didn't have enough time to completely finish the map, but it is in the working and we'll be able to see in the future forever. But as the last chime goes off, you hear him. Oh, holy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the introductions to, well, the final chapter, the York section. I will remind you that in the upcoming week, we will be moving on to any of the main subjects. If you have any curiosities of the outside creatures, feel free to leave notes into the suggestion box and I will get ready to study. For I have been ventured far and wide, and I know all types of beasts beyond. You see some of the unenthusiastic kids that are simply trying to get the credits, are eager to get up, communicate, and leave for the outside activities of the sunny day, or even just to go shopping in the nearby stores and malls. And it's here that we zoom in on a individual in a lovely outfit. Delphi, would you please describe your character? And
you're using the wrong token.
uh-oh. Are you in your human form?
Yeah, but I changed my school outfit.
Oh, I don't think I have that one yet.
But it's okay. It's okay. I'm wearing just a very nice satin black long jacket with a long skirt and with like a red like satiny scarf. And I just look very proper.
As you were sitting there gathering your newfound friend for the year, a second-year student you've known as Calliope, a small gnome-like fella, or a gnome-like lady, darkened skin, two afro-like buns on the back of her hair, a blackened cloak with a orange-like a dress with heavy boots, as she grabs the last of her book and her head sinking not low, but still deep into the ideas of the studies that were just partaken. I tell you, Daffy, this place is, you learn a lot, but at the same time, you learn very little.
Yeah, I kind of felt like Professor Swank kind of stayed on the topic of like ogres and their.
Was that before or
Less-
after he went off of tangents of his adventures?
It was way before. Were you asleep?
No, I wasn't asleep, but at the same time, it was definitely a snooze fest. But, thus it is, to get the good grades, I have to focus.
Well, you didn't miss much. You probably rambled on for like 30 minutes about the ogres and their lustful endeavors. Did you know that they like to do things out in the open and in big groups? Because he certainly did.
Yeah, you mentioned that many times, and which is why I chose to slightly zone out.
He's interesting for sure.
Well, he's an ex-adventurer, so we get to hear the war stories of an old timer.
Yeah, that's for sure. Alright, well, what are you gonna do this evening?
You see her stretch as she stands out of the stone chair for the long desk section of this classroom. There are, in the university standards, this is multiple desks lined up to fit 3 people per seat, stacked in 3 rows of 3, with individual stone/wooden chairs that help seat each and every individual. And as she stands up, stretching, she's barely up to your hip when you stand as well, but at the same time, when you're sitting, she's more closer to your shoulder height. And as she finishes packing up her bag, she looks to you. Not gonna lie, you mentioned you were heading back to the woods?
Yeah, I'm supposed to go see my best friend from the Fae.
Timothy.
Timothy's performing.
Oh, he's...
Performing.
I do that a lot, just me. Oh, that's right. It's his debut.
Yeah, he's been practicing so much. I have to go, see him do his little thing, impress everyone.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to be studying for another late night class that I'm taking. But what you should do, the flower shop that everyone's been talking about, you should probably grab him some things, right?
Yeah, I should probably get some blue flowers. He is crazy over anything kind of blue.
Not gonna lie, he pulls it off great.
Yeah, he does. His mustache, especially.
As you guys pack up the rest of your belongings, head out of the front classroom, you see in the hallway the long marblescent-like floors. Students going to and fro different areas. There is a enjoyment of knowing this past year there's been acceptance. Even though people know of your royal lineage, they don't really bombard you with the annoying questions of everyday life, like if you are separate from them. They've been treating you equal, just as the school has been trying to achieve. You've known a few that you pass by, but as you go down the halls heading to the entrance of the school, you run into an interesting sight. One that rarely to never shows itself, especially here. But as you look down, you see there is a altercation? No, that can't be it. But there is this massive half-giant who is part of the sports team for the university. And he seems to be weirdly standing over another student. She's holding her books tight in her hands, glasses on. And there seems to be a weird... Make a perception check.
Oh, okay. Perception. Sorry.
Oh, good.
It's okay. How do
If you click on the number next to the perception skill, it'll automatically roll and add the modifier for you.
I don't see it? Oh, there it is. Okay. 23.
Woo! That's a natural 20. Nice. You're able to see the incidents, and you are starting to hear the conversation as you begin to approach. It is upsetting to hear the jokes and the laughter of looking down on someone as you see this big Goliath or giant, half-giant individual with two others not physically, but you see they are mocking this individual. And as you get a closer look, you see that the outfit she's wearing is of the commoner class, but at the same time, it's very poorly kept. And you can hear him as he's talking with the other groups in not a loud, overbearing, but definitely mocking tone. Can't believe she can't even afford to get her clothes washed on the first day in. Don't you students know anything? You gotta represent PSC. We are the proudest school in all of Platinum City. Should have learned that before you came here, little girl. As you and your friend Calliope in the distance see this, you see Calliope like cracking her neck, and you know her confrontational self. What would you like to do?
I'd like to speak up before Calliope does. And
As you see she's
just-
like cracking her neck left and right, you step forward and begin to speak out. What would you like to say?
I say, excuse me, what is going on here?
Huh? Oh, and you see him like tap a couple of the other individual that was next to him. You see they're part of the has the sport jersey uniforms on for Platinum City. The platinum like colors mixed with the golden embroiderment of the school insignia on it. Princess Delphi, we were introducing the new student to our Platinum City, the first years, giving her a welcoming. And you see him like try to hold back his mocking laugh.
If this is how you introduce new students, then I honestly should probably go talk to someone about it, because this is ridiculous.
This is no bad in poking a little fun. We didn't mean anything by it.
You're poking fun on a girl who's like not even like a quarter of your size. What, is like a guy your size too much of a fight for you?
Feel free if you wish. Make an intimidation check.
I'm really bad about this. Oh, I have no intimidation, so 11.
With an 11, you stand there, and as you mentioned this, besides the royalty background that you have, he towers over even you. And seeing this, that's reminiscence of knowing that you are noble kind of leaves his mind. As he's somewhat standing his ground, you see his hidden features turns into the low staring of annoyment. Apologies, your royalness. This isn't worth my time. And he turns and marches away, and you see the others, two of his sports group follows behind him. You see the
Okay.
small female. In closer look now, the reason why she's small is you see the dwarven-like aspects to her as she is clutching onto a social studies book of the outside forest wilds and the fog. As she looks over to you, pushing up her glasses.
Me and Calliope walk forward, and I reach out my hand to help her up.
Oh, thank you. She goes,
You're-
and as you lift her to her feet,
You're welcome. So you're first year?
yes, it's my first day here at the school.
Oh, I'm gonna be going on to my second. I know at the school it can be somewhat intimidating at first, but it's not so bad.
I just don't know who is and who isn't a noble. I don't want to offend anyone.
People that hold their nobility over you aren't really worth your time anyways. But don't tell other nobles I said that.
You see the shyest nature that she has. Being a dwarven, she's already small, but you see the energy she's holding is a more smaller nature even behind that. My name's Trina.
Trina, are you going to class now, or are you leaving class?
I was heading to the main auditorium for orientation.
Oh, okay. Well, that's on our way out, so if you want, you could walk with us.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Okay.
You see Calliope look up next to you, going past your hips, and the height is more even between these two as she walks up. Yeah, girl, it'll be all good when you hang with us. We'll make sure we keep those knucklehead, no-knowing brain individuals out of your sight.
I just kind of chuckle at Calliope.
The three of you start walking, heading to the open area just before reaching the gates, the auditorium. You see the other first-year students of many sizes, races, and variants. And what brightens your day is you see a good handful of Fey individuals. You see some satyrs and other assorted folks from the common human, dwarven, or even elven have all gathered, and you see they're already communicating with each other and are talking in expectations of smiles and the first day jitters that you yourself once had. Trina speaks up. I guess this is where I was supposed to go. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, before you go, here, and I take off my jacket, which is like nice and silken, remember? And I hand it to her. This will help with some of the problems. If people don't know you're not noble, it'll be okay. And I can get another.
I can't accept this. It's too nice.
You can accept it? You must.
Oh, okay. You see her take the jacket, and on you, it's a nice, like, is it the jacket that your character has on?
No, the one that I was wearing my new one is a little shorter, but it's still kind of long. It's got more of like a coat tail kind of
The
design.
twin,
Like it's
yeah, the twin coattail for like most pianists you wear.
yeah, but it's a little short and more rounded.
As she puts it on, this is almost like you see the knots overly, but as it goes on, it has a coat-like feature to it for her. But as she's wearing it, you see that despite being small nature, she has muscles that could be intimidating if she had a more intimidating presence amongst her. She's very deceiving when it comes to her physical appearance.
If it's too long, you can send it to you can take it to the seamstress across the street and tell her to bill it to my tab for my school stuff, and I'll just confirm with her. If she gives you any kind of flack, just have her request some sort of like comment from the Ramirez house. I'll let them know too, because they'll also know.
Are you from the Ramirez house?
And that's where I'm staying.
Oh, I didn't know I was speaking to a noble. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's no worry.
I thank you.
Oh, my name is Delphi, by the way. I don't think I told you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Delphi, it's nice to meet you. Looks over to the left. I'm Calliope. It's but we're gonna hang out a lot. Don't worry about that. We're gonna hang out. You see, like, the smile grows as she moves her long hair behind her ears, sets up the glasses once again, gives a small bow. Thank you both so much. I'm gonna be studying about the outside forestries at the school. I don't know if I'm gonna be interacting with you a lot, but I wouldn't mind hanging out, I guess.
Yeah, if you ever go to the forest, I hang out there a lot. And my best friend is wanting to be a full-time performer there.
Calliope leans in. The woods.
The woods. Pretend I said the right thing.
As Trina looks up, I've never been to the woods. What is that?
It's like a safe haven for all Fae, but everyone's welcome.
And she does mean everyone. I visited a few times myself. You see Calliope speak up. Man, it's immaculate. The lights, the food. Oh, I never had cake so good. That rabbit knows how to cook.
Yeah, they really do.
That sounds nice. Where's it located?
Down by the clock tower in the south of the wall.
Southwest District, okay. Or
Yeah.
southeast. If it's famous, I should be able to get precise directions when I'm done with my classes.
Yeah, they're doing a little event thing tonight. You should go.
Yeah. Yeah, I should be. I'll try and make it.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't be late to orientation. I hope you have a good day.
You see her turn around and like she takes like 5 steps, turn around again, and then like embarrassment, like bows and turns around again and like takes off once more to head to the orientation.
Hope it's not too chilly outside. I say that to Calliope.
Oh, it's a nice sunny day, and you see the sunlight is glistening through the clouds. Very few of them out there. The nice summer evening is giving a gentle breeze, but with the direct sunlight, it is nice and warming. Calliope looks inward. I don't think you want to leave your bodyguard waiting any longer at the front gate.
True, Valinja does get a little antsy. She's always wanting to be on the move.
Well,
Did I call her the wrong name?
No.
I might have.
Valindra's right.
Okay. Sorry. I
You're
feel like
good.
I have a lot of sidebars.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's all good, yeah. Right. Well, let's see here. I have one more class to go to, and then after that, I will be visiting you all if I don't have a night class that's gonna overtake my time. I might be able to make a performance.
I hope you can come. You study too much sometimes. You know that.
But I gotta admit, if I wanted to visit the Feywild, I gotta study a lot because I hear that world is a little on the cray-cray side. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but it's pretty easy if you know what to avoid.
And that's what I'm studying.
True. All right. Well, I'll catch you later.
Have a good one, Delphi. As you guys head off, you see she makes her way towards the interior school cafeteria as you walk out towards the front entrance, completing a nice afternoon hunt, gathering some things for the outside, collecting a nice workout along with some few coins. You meet your year-long bodyguard of the Ramirez family. Valindra, would you like to introduce yourself?
No, because I didn't think about how I would say anything.
Hey, Valindra.
It's good to see you, Delphi.
Did you know ogres like to fornicate in groups?
No, and it is not something I wish to know.
Well, Professor Smythe knows it. Also, we need to let your family know that I am in need of a seamstress to make me another school jacket.
I will let them know.
Okay, thank you.
Where are we heading today?
Well, I need to drop off my things. Unless you think, well, no, I could probably just put them, we're running a little behind. I could put them in Timothy's room. Can we go to the woods? He's got a thing tonight. You don't have to stay for it, but if you would like to, I would like you to.
I'll stay for it.
Okay. He's performing. He's so excited. He's probably vomited at least 3 times.
You just see a slight smirk appear and disappear. Perhaps we should visit Una before we go there.
Oh, right. I need flowers. I almost forgot.
As you guys make your way up northward to the very lovely fluorescent shop, many colorescent overhangs of beautiful flowers that leads to the entrance, passing by some smaller shops that sets up around. Entering through the front door, you see this very familiar, lovely establishment of flowers, pots, hangings, along with potions in the back wall behind the counter, with different settings on the interior. As you see behind the desk, the lovely face of your elven friend Una. Una, would you like to describe yourself? Introduce.
I'm Una. She's a tall, Eladrin lady who owns a flower shop and also sometimes sells other things. When you enter the shop, she'll just be kind of chilling at the front desk, maybe working on a bouquet.
As you hear the door open up, you turn around and see as the hanging vine bell chime gives a nice ring, 2 very familiar faces as they walk in.
Hello. How are you today?
Delphi, hello Valindra. I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. Timothy has a performance tonight at the woods.
I'm aware. I'm excited to go see it. Do you need flowers for him?
Yes, I need like the biggest bouquet of the most brightest blue flowers that you could manage. You know, and maybe add in a little pink, just cause.
I thought that you might be wanting one, so she'll reach below the counter and pull up this very, very vibrant bouquet. It's got multiple different flowers, all shades of blue. There is some, like, it looks like lavender, but instead of purple, it's pink. Like, mixed in there. And like some of the blue flowers are almost a tie-dye blue.
Oh wow!
And then others are almost glowing.
This is gorgeous, Emma.
Gil. It means good luck.
Well, I think he'll love it. Honestly, I don't see anything that could even be changed for it to be any better.
Thank you.
When does he not like anything that isn't just pure blue?
True. Maybe if it's a man.
You guys hear rummaging from the back as you know of Una's partner steps out from around the corner. Babe, have you seen the... Oh, yeah, customers. Hi. Oh, it's y'all. You see this, I don't think we've ever described it. Is she a wood elf as well, Una, or...
She's a wood elf. I'm an eladrin.
Yeah. You guys see the familiar partner of Una, Elion, the wood elf individual, her adventure investigator-like clothing on with the symbol of the city's immaculate Platinum Champions Adventure Guild. Well, this is a very pretty face to see all of y'all at. How y'all doing this lovely evening?
Very good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. That's a lot of blue.
It's for Timothy, so.
Yeah.
Oh, right, your friend. Okay, yeah.
The singer we're gonna go, or not the singer, the performer we're gonna go see.
Right, that's tonight's event. Okay, yeah, cool. Friday night, special performer, all new things, plus the amazing food and time with you. So, all the good things. Yeah. It's crazy to think that you guys were the ones that were attacked by that nobleman that's still on the loose.
Yeah. I don't know it.
I've been put on the investigation list, so I've been searching for him, but he's been aloof for the year, so wherever underground place he's hiding, it is deep underground.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Maybe he got eaten by a spider.
You know what? And no one would miss him.
I wouldn't. I still have a dent in my staff.
As long as you bonked him good.
I tried.
Well, I believe that's, the performance is gonna be in about... She looks over at the intricate essence of the modern magic technology as there is a small makeshift magical rune clock that is currently going. You see that it's getting close to 4 to 5-ish, which, knowing the dinner rush traffic of everyone moving amongst the roads and streets, will make it a little crowded, but not too uncomfortable. But it'll be a good time to maybe head over early to get good seats. You remember, Delphi, that Theo did mention he's going to be saving seats, but you might, depending if you guys want to be close together, you might want to get some few extra chairs or maybe room, depending on how things are going to go.
We should probably head on out, I think. Would you guys like to travel with us, or will you be heading over a little later?
You see Elion look over to you. Una?
I intend to head over soon. I was gonna close up shop before rush hour gets too crazy. Especially with moving the bouquet. We don't want it to get damaged.
That's true. Would you like me to wait for you? Like, would you like us to wait?
It's up to you guys.
Valindra, what do you want to do?
If you wish to wait, we can wait.
We shall wait.
Alright, sounds good. We'll be out in just a moment.
Okay.
As the final preparations, the packaging up in the safe, clear container, the saran wrap on the outside protecting the flowers in this big, nice little box. Visually seen through the top area, but in a nice display. And as you wait for the two of them to finalize everything, put up the close sign, and step out to the evening crowd, you begin to see the flood of the evening crowd. Those that are heading northward to the docks to get ready to pick up the freshest of fish that come in, along with those that are heading to the lower section of the open court area where not only people go to get the weekend delicious treats, but also see the immaculate gardens and water fountain towards the center. You guys start making your way over to the woods.
Are we walking now?
Yep, you are walking. It'll take you guys approximately 10, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Walking, or you can take the carriage that the Ramirez family have, because it'll take you approximately 90 minutes to walk over there.
Yeah, let's take the carriage.
As you guys head back to the university, and sure enough, the carriage coach with the driver for the Ramirez family, you see their insignia logo on the side of the carriage. A group of 3 elves in a defensive position with bows aiming downward towards what you see as like gnarling monster teeth on the bottom of the insignia that represents the Ramirez family logo.
Oh, wait. Sorry. For everyone here, are we the design I drew? Is that the carriage, or is that?
That is the outline of what the carriage looks like. Yes.
Okay. So hold on. I'll show you guys. I'll send it in Discord so you guys can see, because he's already seen it, but not everyone not everyone's seen it.
Yeah. And for the view of the audience, I will see if I can somehow edit a picture either in the video or in the description to see at a later date if you want descriptions for what items actually look like. When we get more into this and have more time, we might be able to pull up a slideshow to show not only our characters' stats, pictures, and abilities, but also other NPC characters and carriages of and modern magical technologies of this world.
I didn't color it in. But that little like banner up by the construct's like head is where like the insignia is. And then like all like the curtains and stuff, and anywhere that would be like a little banner, not like banner like, but like a little like decoration like fabric, is the house colors of whoever's house it is.
And you guys have seen these vehicles around, because there is a special service that has a taxi-like format to them. And as you all load up into this carriage, driving down to the center, which will now cut the time by more than half, heading down the center road, you see other carriages moving around. Some are small, like single ridden carriages with a small cart in the back to carry groceries or whatnot, but they're more motorcycle-esque type vehicles. And every now and then you will see the taxi company with a unique name with these interesting type of Aarakocra bird folk that have a more, I believe it was a duck-shaped outline that we agreed on. Was it Delphi? So these taxis that go alongside, you see the name of the logo as they are driving by. Other of the common folk hitching a ride. And as you're driving past, you see the very known name of the... I want to get the proper name, so I might save that for a later date. But as you drive through the open city, heading down to the lower sections, you see the taxi park next to the outside streetway. About here-ish. And as you are all coming out of the carriage, you see the city street beginning to bustle. But let me fix that real quick if I didn't do it. Oh, I did. Should be working. I think Umbra needs to move that herself. But here we go. And as you head to the lower city section about here-ish, the group of you arrive. And as the city is bustling with the fine folk, you hear the noisy outside as everyone is excitingly going to different stalls, collecting items. You hear the bargainings happening just the streetway across. As you see where this alleyway is, standing there in a very immaculate set of armor and in a defensive-like position that is not threatening, but can, for certain individuals, may be slightly perceived as threatening depending on where you come from. The immaculate armor with the sun-like symbol that either some of you have grown to know is the symbol of Elor. The individual standing there with his weapon in hand, keeping an eye on the place and seeing you guys approach. Durant, would you like to describe yourself?
1 second, I'm yelling at Sass for being a thief. Hi, I'm Durant Goldweaver. I'm a paladin for Paylor. And I've been watching the woods for the past year.
Ever since the incident where Captain Goldpaw has called you to help keep this place safe, but also keep an eye on the one resident known as Timothy, who chose not to go to the Noble District, and make sure no harm comes to him as long as the High Elf nobleman that tried to kidnap them is still on the loose. You've been paid very well, and as a matter of fact, you have, throughout the year, collected a grand total of 100 gold.
It's my go and down to my money.
There has been little to no incidences for the woods. Some disgruntled drunkards, along with very few, like out of the whole year you worked here, only 2 incidences where slight discrimination between the common folk, but those were from individuals that were either drunk themselves or simply didn't have anything better to do with their evening. You were able to help the woods keep them away. At some point, maybe even call an enforcer to remove them, but nothing major happened of the incidents. As you see the regulars that approach in this immaculate carriage that you know is the Ramirez crest, you see the 4 individuals disembark and start to approach.
Okay.
Seeing each other, do you guys say anything on your arrival?
Hello.
Hello, princess.
How are you today?
Hello.
It's been quiet so far. I don't expect it will be that quiet for long.
Yes, it will soon be so noisy. But at least Timothy will be, doing his thing, and that'll be exciting.
It's good he gets to do what he loves.
Yeah, it'll be a good kind of noisy.
Yeah. You guys better all cheer for him, or I'll bonk you all. Add more dents to my staff.
You might want to get that fixed.
It's my badge of honor.
Fair enough.
Here's that bouquet, by the way.
Oh yeah. How much did you want for it?
Josh, how much does this bouquet cost?
The average pricing for I'm using my mouse controller for my notes. Average pricing for common items are anywhere from the 30 to 75 silver range, which are dollars for those that are tuning in for the first time. Silvers are represented as dollars, coppers are represented as pennies, gold is represented as $100 bills, and platinum is represented as the legendary $1,000 bill.
Okay, it would be 75 silver because it's a good bouquet.
Now, how do I do this in D&D Beyond?
So in the D&D Beyond, if you have nothing but gold in your inventory, it'll tell you that for 10 silvers, 10 gold, but we're going by my money standards to make it easier. So if you want to break down the gold you have into silver, just do that. For every 100 is 1 gold. So if you have 10 gold, you essentially have, I think, 1,000 silver. I'm doing the math correctly. Add 2 zeros. Yeah.
10 gold.
This is pretty much 1,000 silver.
Yeah.
Because you have 2 zeros behind it. And so
Okay.
you basically take that 1,000 silver and take 75 or 70 off of it, and then Umbra, you'll add that to your gold pouch.
I'm confused. So I have 25 gold.
So you have 25 gold, you have 2,500 silver.
You'll have to convert some of your gold into silver, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah, you have to basically minus the gold and then turn that into hundreds for silver. So if you mark off 5 gold, you'll add 500 silver to your inventory.
I can do that. 500. And then if I take away 75, that's 425.
And then Una can add that to her inventory.
Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
I want to make sure my money is correct too. How much is 10,000 silver?
Just,
That is 100 gold?
Okay,
Minus
perfect.
2, yes.
Perfect. That's all I needed. Thank you.
No problem. As you all have finished this transaction in the middle of the street, you pull out your immaculate coin pouches and purses. You see you're catching the eyes of a few common folk who have rarely seen that kind of coin be exchanged out in the open.
Oops. Just do
That may have been
Well,
a
I don't
bad.
have all
maybe a bad
10,000
time for
silver
that.
with me.
Yeah, okay. Just clarifying a few things of what you actually carry on you compared to what you have.
No, not that much. I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure that my total
Okay.
was accurate, because 10,000 silver seems like a lot, and I wasn't sure if I
No,
accidentally put an extra
you run a
zero.
business, so you have taxes to pay, so you have money to earn. Yes.
Mhm.
So you take only a small handful for your evening travels. Got it.
Yes.
All right. In that case, just the idea of seeing a group of you gather together in this place that leads to the woods seems like a regular back alley entrance. However, only those that are used to adventuring or those that have been told of this place truly know of its existence. Very few common folk have actually gathered the courage to come to this area, not only because of its ominous name, but at the same time, even throughout the year, having fey creatures and the citizens of this world, they're still getting used to the idea. But not too much negativity has come from it yet. As you guys are standing on this long entrance, do you head down the alleyway to head inside the lovely tavern establishment known as the Woods?
Yes.
As you all head inward, bring the players back in. Huh? That's a big. Sure. One more. Oh, one more. Okay. That's fine. Let me add the characters. 1 second, everyone. I'm adding duplicates. This is great when you're like doing everything last minute. It's a nice little. There we go. And oh, I did it again. Alright. As the revolving door begins to close behind you guys, giving the Shadow Essence look of entering into the woods. Timothy, you see the very friendly and familiar faces of your friends and known associates.
I see Delphi walk through the door, and since I'm in my fairy form, I fly over the counter and I fly straight to her and I give her a giant hug.
As
Wait.
you
Wait. Question.
yes.
Are you big fairy form or are you little
No,
fairy form?
I'm little fairy form.
So let me actually
Okay.
change one thing real quick. Sorry. Because you are in your fairy form.
Yeah.
Also talk.
Wow.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. How much money am I supposed to have?
Being a school student of the noble class, they have been giving you a quote-unquote allowance. It's more like just a way for you to get by in your day-to-day life. You have roughly 500 silver
Silver?
on you personally at your establishment. You have been saving up, so yeah, 500 silver, so 5 gold. Essentially. It's like a weird weekly allowance of a rich kid.
Okay. I'll just leave it. It's fine. I was just confused.
How? But she's a princess. I feel like she should have
She
more
has
money
more
than
at
me.
home. It's one of those things where you don't carry your entire savings with you. So, grand total scheme of things, you probably have the same, if not a little bit more than Umbra's, if you can clarify. Currently, now, as you walk amongst the common folk streets and to keep you from being mugged, 500 silver is a good way to get through the day.
So is the money in our inventory supposed to just be the money we just have on us?
No, you can keep the money as its max form. This is just for now. You can easily say in the future we'll work on an actual set price that everyone has, especially from their background of ability form.
Okay.
But for
Okay, I
today,
was just
you
confused.
decided 500 is a good spending money for this party celebration that you're about to have. As you guys enter inside this establishment, you see the opening immaculate area filled with the denizens of the woods. You see the very fronts, Clara and Theo talking to each other as they see you guys enter in. Clara turns, bows ever so majestically has a head nod and then says, "Welcome to the woods. It's good to see you all again."
Hi, Clara.
Clara.
Delphi, Una, Valindra, Durant.
Hello.
Make a perception check.
Who I am? I'm making a perception check.
Yep.
Okay. Here come the ones. Never mind. Nat 20.
Hey,
I
let's
just
go.
got a 1.
I know everything.
You ruined it for Umbra.
Destroyed me.
Are we, wait, I'm confused. What's going on?
Durant, as he enters in, takes a closer look as the assistant manager, Clara, greets you all. And after a small pause and an introduction, there is a slight grin to Clara's face as she looks at Durant.
That's not fucking concerning.
You see Theo
I love,
cough himself.
I love how I'm like, ooh, she's got a crush, and Polly's like, she's gonna kill me.
It could be both. In D&D, this can be both. This can both be true.
As Theo clears his throat. Anyway, everyone, I'm glad you're here for our evening entertainment. I believe Raftalia should be finishing up soon and getting ready to sing. And our lovely violinist is going to help perform the jazz-like setup. We are going to have the drummer and pianist also join us at some certain point. In the meantime, I have a table set for 4 of you, but if more of you want, I can easily pull up a chair and table.
If you wouldn't mind, Theo.
Right. And you see...
Also, maybe you... I don't know if you have extras, but my friend, she might be joining, and she is... Okay, sidebar. She's a dwarf or a halfling?
A dwarf.
Yeah. She's a dwarf, so she's a little short. So if we can make sure, like, she has a taller chair.
I can do.
Okay, but I don't know if she's for sure coming. So
We'll keep an eye out for her.
okay. Oh, I also met this little dwarf. She might be coming too.
Oh,
Maybe.
your friend Calliope is a gnome.
Oh,
The first year student is a dwarf. Trina.
okay. So yes.
As you
Yeah.
explain that to him, he looks is like, all right, I can move some things along. And you see him like take a swig from his gourd again. I got this. And he marches over to the side table where your guys' signs are hanging from the druidcraft. And you see him reach inside of his jacket and pulls out a immaculate looking wand. You see it is made of like branch vines and wood with a few flowers and innated gems. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this correctly. You see him cast things and you hear in Sylvan the arcane nature extend as the wand begins to glow. And you see the table begin to slightly expand as the wand, one of the gems on the wand begins to diminish, and 4 more chairs grows naturally around from the wooden floors of this establishment and makes it like a natural city. I cannot change the map currently, but I will change it in the future. But there is now seating for 5 at the front left table. Or sorry, 8.
This one.
Right here. Closest to the stage where you can see your friends. I can't add 4 more chairs just yet, but yeah, that's where the 4 chairs will be. Well, that's about 1 charge for this one day. I have 3 more charges, so hopefully it's wide enough and well enough for each of you.
Thank you so much, Theo.
No problem. And if you kids need anything, feel free to ask. I'm pretty sure Clara will find a reason to yell at me for it. As you
Good job, Clara.
You see her as she's working on the front entrance. Her thumb just goes up, looking back at you. As Theo then goes back and stands next to her to continue the money pricing certain items. As you all gather and sit around this table, the group of you excited, and the evening begins to come. You see a very happy pep to his step. A whitened furred rabbit folk begin to come out. Majority of you know him as Ellie Furlong, as they head out and set the plates in front of you. You see an immaculate bowl made almost like a towering food bouquet of different fruits and vegetables, as they then set plates around the table for each of you and set plates on the empty spots of where the chairs are at as well. And as you guys have, yes, and edible arrangements of fruits, you see Elion lean back, Una, and she's like, I should take a slice of the strawberry cake, please. And Harrigan gives a slight bow. But of course.
I'll also take a slice of the strawberry cheesecake, thank you.
Will do. That's 2. Any more options or offers for anyone at the table?
I'll take one out, but I'll take it for later.
Take it for later. Will do.
I lean over to Ellen. I lightly say, have you made blueberry pie this evening yet?
I can get it in the oven. It'll be ready after the song and dance is done. You see him happily and cheerfully hop back to the kitchen as you hear the immaculates of multiple forms and shimmers begin to get to work on different food and eateries. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Like the center. Alright. As you guys are here, the time and space is yours for the next few hours to converse, talk, or even engage with the NPCs around you before this place fills up with the overflowing compatriots and denizens of the woods that are excited about this, not only the star performer of Raptalia, but to hear and knowledge of an upcoming performer that has been given wide praise during the evening performance, so to speak. And they are beginning to flow in steadily but surely.
Oh. So I had carried over to the table the bouquet, but I scoot them over towards Timothy. I'm like, these are for you.
I light up in excitement and I pick the bouquet up and I whirl around with them in my hands.
Excuse me. Hold on. Sidebar, fairy. You can't pick that up.
I can too.
It is a massive bouquet.
You know what?
Feel free to make a athletics check or strength check. Your call.
Oh, this will be fun.
You said acrobatics?
Athletics. Athletics or strength. Just a strength check or an athletics check. Either one works.
I got a 10.
You are able to lift the box. It is strenuously but a joyful attempt at you just lifting it, and you see his feet are planted like a deadlifter as he has it just like hanging there just above the table, but it's in his hands and it's lifted up.
I told you I can do it. Just give me a pin.
You better put that down before you hurt yourself and you can't perform this evening.
You hear
Very-
the biggest sigh from Timothy come out as he just places it back down.
It'll be fine here on the table. We can carry it to your room later.
Okay.
Okay. So, wait, what?
How is school?
It's good. Ogres have sex in public.
Okay.
You don't need to tell everyone this fact that you've learned.
I heard it once, and that was enough. Stop repeating it.
I mean, I'm still
I'll
entertained
let
slightly.
Theo know later.
And you see Ellen take a strawberry and eat it as she's like listening.
Listen, that's just what my professor said. I'm apt to believe him. Hope I never see it in person, but apparently it's true.
I'll make sure Theo knows. I'll let him know later.
Okay. What's Polly's character's name?
Durant.
Durant. So Clara. She has a nice blouse on today, I think, don't you?
Yes, it looks rather nice.
Okay.
What are y'all talking about?
How
Where she
heavy
has
these...
a nice red shirt on.
I thought it was blue. No, I'm kidding.
You think?
You thought it was blue?
Are you sure you're not Timothy? I think you become colorblind and only see blue now. Are we sure that bouquet is not cursed?
It's a
Oh no.
oh no. As the top in red dress goes down to a bluish blouse for Clara.
Oh, you made her right. No.
It goes down and it's a nice little back and forth, very powerful and bold mesh together of color, but it's accurate.
Why am I imagining is this blue and black or yellow and gold dress?
Oh god.
Yeah, but this is of red and blue.
That was years ago. We don't need to bring that up now.
As you see the background, the instruments are playing gently into the nice, lovely tavern. No one is currently sitting at them. It's almost like they are magically enchanted to set themselves up as a beginning performance is given by another compatriot of the woods. Not to the main show, but the starter while people are beginning to flood in the area.
Can I watch the door and see if, like, just in case somebody that doesn't seem like they're a regular comes in?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me a perception check just to keep an eye on the door as people enter inside.
22, not nat 20, just 22.
As you are looking on the interior, you are able to spot a few that enter in every now and then, a few denizens of the woods of Satyr and the oddball folk that you are accustomed to at this point now, Durant. And they just move around, head to the counter, grab some pies and sweets. None of them are really making themselves comfortable just yet, just entering in and having a nice dinner meal.
Okay, but nobody's suspicious, just like...
Nobody as of now, but you are keeping an eye on the door with that thing.
Cool, yep.
Looking
I
at back.
just I
Look good.
what?
just looking at background chatter. It's all good.
Umbra's fighting with
Umbra's
Fortnite.
fighting. Yeah.
She is.
Is
Yes.
Umbra okay?
Let's go back over.
I've survived. But
All
it was
right.
close.
Yeah. It's all good.
I'm gonna walk over to the bar.
You see, as the maid is done, she's beginning to move around and clean up the tables of these sections, making sure getting ready for everyone to come in. As you approach the bar, you see the interesting deer folk who is sitting there, a top hat with the armored around. The one rapier, as you approach the bar, he turns over to you. You see the brownish fur snout going to the black's wet nose, and he turns to you and gives a bow of acknowledgments of your presence.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just here to get some raspberry wine for my table. So
Right. He turns over to the coyote small maid and like lifts his finger and like points to get come here, and you see as she acknowledges, finishes off wiping, and then just like in a quick but very light on her feet footwork, you see her run up next to you behind the counter, and on a small little like stepping stool that like helps step up above the bar, you see her get up. Hello, what are you looking for?
raspberry wine. If I can have a bottle of it and some glasses for my table.
Yes. How many glasses do you need?
Right now, 6.
All right, 6 glasses of wine. Going over, and you see her pull out a big bottle and sets it on the counter. Goes over, grabs like 6 little weird translucent gem cups. They have like a green jade like lining color to them. Solid in form, almost like thick shot glasses, but still bigger than a whiskey glass. And as she sets them up on a tray, I can bring these to your table. That'll be 25 silver.
All right. I hand her 25 silver.
You hand it over, and she like thanks you. Goes behind, and her head ducks below the counter. You hear the change being dropped somewhere. Head pops back up. I'll bring this to your table shortly.
Thank you.
As you walk from the counter, you see the deer folk simply tilt his hat as you walk away, and continues to sip on some darkened drink. Could be coffee, could be something, as he continues to pet the cat that's on the table.
As I walk past this bear guy, I bump his chair on accident. I'm sorry.
You see it. You make me a strength check.
Okie dokie. Hold on. Gotta get to the right page. Where is he? Right here. 9.
With a 9, as you are walking there and getting ready to head back to your table, you bump into the chair, and instead of the chair moving, you get lurched from the like solidness of this bear form. He didn't push back into you. It's a massive bear, and it's almost like running into a pillar. A pillar doesn't move. You do.
God.
And so as you hit and you apologize, he turns, "Oh, sorry. I need to pull in my chair a little."
Oh no, you're fine. It was me. I'm sorry.
As they turn and acknowledge you, and they try and get ready to pull a chair in, but as this happens, you see the box-eared individual lean forward and read him in a weep, and he slams the cards on the table, and the bear turns back. You see him scoop in a bunch of coins to his side of the table, as it seems that he has won this hand of this poker game they were playing.
Oh. Oops.
As you return back to the table, it takes about only 2 minutes before the very intricate coyote individual zips past chairs ever so elegantly, comes up to the table, and you see in one hand she has the bottle of wine, and in the other hand she's holding a tray of 6 glasses as she individually sets one up to each of you around the table, efficiently and uninterruptedly. She does not bump into any single one of you, and the smoothness of her hands makes it understandable why this is her position. As she goes for the cork and turns the bottle and just pops the cork off. You guys want to pour yourselves, or do you want to pour it? I can pour it if you want, or you can pour yourselves however you... Wine?
Sure.
She begins to pour in each cup individually, and she's moving efficiently but fast, and just in one cup and the other, and just like going up to like halfway to just slightly over. And after it's done, she leaves the bottle there. It's about, for the 6 of you, there's a quarter left of the bottle. Please enjoy. And you see her move over to another table, back to the poker table. And as she goes there, you see the group of them are making the drink orders and requests.
Wine.
What? Why? Are you saying wine? I thought you said why, and I was like, what do you mean why?
No,
Why did she just leave us like that? I wasn't done ordering.
no, just the wine. Have it. I bought it. It's raspberry.
I take a sip out of mine.
Villager picks one up and takes a small sip.
As you are enjoying this lovely taste,
Thank you.
sweet in
I'll take a
nature
drink.
and delicious. You see Ellen also grab a drink, and oh, this is great. I've been investigating all day and having a fun time at the adventure job. The rest of you have anything interesting that happened to you this evening?
Not yet, at least.
I sold a very blue bouquet.
I was there for that.
I wonder who that could have been sold to.
I learned some facts about ogres.
Stop,
Which-
please.
When we have more time, I will talk more about that later, but
What?
Some fun times in the woods.
oh, you're on the
What
forest woods. Valindra, you were out in forestry?
Sorry, what was that?
You went out to the forest to hunt?
I assume so.
Yes. And you were able to capture some small game, some boar, rabbits, and other wildlife that you were able to exchange for coin and gold. It was a fun adventure. You wish to go further into the following aspects of the woods where it's said the alleged monsters are at, but for safety of knowing how things go out, your family has requested that whenever people go out, they go out in groups and parties when they go that deep in. That way, if something happens, one person can hopefully relay information. So, you haven't been into the fog just yet, just on the rim of the forest line.
No solo questing for you. None.
Yet.
I was hoping so much for it. Give it 4 or 5 levels.
Is there anything you guys wish to do for this evening before the performance begins?
I'm good.
Alright, in that case...
Get my little buffet.
As you head over back to the performance, as the singing begins to stop, there is a plethora of people coming in. Field. Different assortment of groups of individual begin to move in and around. You see a white-haired individual come in with a green-like overcoat jacket that blends down into an immaculate dress. And as she enters in, you see her acknowledge Clara, talk, and get in the conversation before then heading over to the table on the very far left side where she is ready for the alleged performance to be had. Or on the table, that work there. You then see a small Verdin, which is like a goblinoid folk, just slightly taller than the average goblins, though. More domesticated and everything. And as he enters in, you see the small merchant-like uniform on him. He carries a small little staff as he moves around, talks a little, and then heads over to the counter. You see he gets in contact with the Harrigan and is ordering food. Right after, you see this massive purple half-giant, tattoos, no shirt, and a bone tooth-like necklace. As he enters in, you see Theo walks up to him, and you see like this bro moment of their hands clasping together in strength, and a small back hug tap as you see the other compatriots at the poker table get excited as he then goes and takes a seat amongst friends of maybe warriors, you assume. And then you see a individual, a midriff like tank top with a immaculate of tools on the waist and belt, holding a jacket over their shoulder, long gray pants, shortened hair. A human woman, as she enters in, looks to Clara, and simply looks to the right and points over to the back entrance where the kitchen is, and Clara acknowledges. You see she takes her artisan-like tools and heads to the back kitchen area. Could be a maintenance worker or whatever to help with the magic runes in the kitchen. As these new denizens enter inside, the place becomes lively. The conversations begin slightly louder, and everyone is excited in anticipation for this performance. I am unable to pull up the Blue Jay character, so Phineas will have to do for now. But as the anymore, I do not for now, but I'll work on it. As two more band members come up, one taking the drums and the other one on the piano. You see from the second floor, as the lights begin to dim out, only giving light off of the stage, you see Phineas lean up to the mic, getting ready to end his swing performance and head off for the day. Why, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the lovely head singer, performing arts mistress, Raftalia of the Aarakocra. And you see as a spotlight from the hanging lights of the vines and trees, as it gets moved and pushed over by a couple of flying pixies, it looks like, as they move the light over to the top second floor balcony. And you see as this long crystalline dress of a clashing gold and blue, as she lifts her arms of her feathered form and glides down to the center stage. As she lands and the claps of everyone begin to rise in joyfulness, you guys prepare for a performance that is going to be either very immaculate or very nerve-wracking. as everyone sets up and the lights begin to dim ever lower, leaving this blackened array of nights with blues and yellows of the overhanging branches of globular lights lighting the top ceiling. You hear the snapping of a tune before the music kicks in. A jazzy swing-like background. And I would like if Timothy can give me a performance check.
Okay.
That one.
19, baby.
Damn.
Damn it.
As the violin kicks in the background, the lovely singing of like a swingy blues like performance rings out from Raphtalia. Let me go ahead and roll for her.
She gets an at one.
Nope. That is a
Damn.
natural 4, but with her
Ooh.
plus 10, that's a 14.
He has a plus 10.
It's
Jesus
a plus
Christ,
10
plus
to
10?
performance, yes.
I'm gonna be there one day.
Does she just have a 20 in charisma and some bullshit?
She has features and stats, but she's been
No,
doing
no,
this
I
for
know.
quite some time. Yep,
She's a professional.
she's a professional. As she begins to sing, you see the crowd move to the swinging music, and you notice ever so slightly the group of your table as the performance goes on. Whether she's intentionally doing so or not, the attention of this swinging jazz, most eyes are being focused on the very immaculate blue-winged fairy who is playing a performance that is not outshining, but matching, if not slightly greater than the singer herself. You see the crowds getting into it, and a few are swinging with the music, enjoying the background. And it is a wonderful, immaculate party. You guys are listening in. You see there is an opening for a dance floor in the front of the stage as Delphi immediately goes to the center and begins to have some fun. Does anyone else wish to join?
So while
Yeah.
dancing, can I like? Well, no.
Y'all gotta roll performances for your dances too.
I'm gonna get
So-
to that, yeah.
So, question, Circlet. If I were to choose to go back to fairy form, I can't. I would have to take it off, and then it can't do it again tonight, right?
Not tonight, no. But we're reaching up into an evening, and you do have a carriage waiting outside, so it's not like you'll be traveling far without it.
I'll leave it on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just doing a little dance.
For those that are dancing, Ellen will be
I'm
joining.
dancing with Elian.
Yeah, Elian is going to be joining Una. I need the three of you to make a performance check, and I will be getting Elian's character sometime in the future.
Well,
10.
As Una and Elian both get 10. It's nothing
Okay.
fancy, but it's a nice
You're
romantic.
stepping on each other's feet.
It's romantic enough for the two of them. It's a
It's
partner
fine.
enjoying each other's company. Yes.
Yeah.
Both of your feet
Had a
will be
little bit too
bruised in the
much wine, but
morning.
it's fine.
A little bit of the happy wine going in, the raspberry deliciousness, but it's a fun time as you guys are gathered around, enjoying the evening as the performance is being made, and you see the crowd immersed and enjoying ever so slightly.
wait, and I get this moose guy to come dance with me?
The deer?
I want to ask him.
You approach as he seems to set down the last of his drink, gives one last pet to the cat as he like sits up and turns. He sees you approach. Madam?
Hello. Would you like to dance with me?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, wow. 13.
You see, like, the nervousness of his face hit that look of I don't dance, but then out of courtesy, you see him look and go, "It would be my honor," and he holds out his hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Get Delphi.
Now he has to roll a performance.
Yes, he does. He heads out to you with the jazzy swing.
The man who doesn't dance.
Let me pull up. There's a reason why he doesn't dance. Let me pull up his character sheet real quick. For those of you,
Man who doesn't dance gets a nat 20 because he knows that he dances way too good.
let me go ahead and pull up character sheets real quick. You guys in the chat and on live and on YouTube, you cannot see what I'm doing because there's a separate thing going on in the background. You see my mouse moving randomly. I'm pulling up a character sheet.
Come on, give him that nat 20. Oh god.
Oh.
What is it?
So with that natural 7, +1.
Oh.
He's doing his best, and his main focus is not stepping on your feet, which only makes him look all the more awkward since he's constantly looking down. The antler ears that are popping out of his head are almost like tapping you on yours, and like a weird, you're dancing just fine, and he's like dancing just to make sure that he doesn't hurt you. And it's from the outside perspective, it's just that acknowledging the awkwardness of that guy doesn't belong on the dance floor.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah,
He's
he's
poor
like,
choice there, Sast.
he is doing all right and not stepping on your feet, but you can tell that it's that eerie box step movement that you were taught in middle school that you're still trying to get down. As the song progresses and reaches its peak and its close, you hear the clapping of others as the final note is hit, and the joyous outringing of applause comes out from the staff as everyone is whistling, cheering for the performance done. And you even see a bunch of individuals, the blue Goliath at the table, along with the humanoid fox folk, like turn and whistles like, the giant speaks up. "Yeah, way to play that violin! Let's go!"
Thank you, thank you.
You see Clara and Theo at the back looking up. Clara still focusing on the staff and doing her job, but Theo fully attentioning to the upstage as he takes a swig from his gourd, and as he lets it down, looks up to you. And you see the two fingers go to his forehead and wave off like a hat tipping of a good performance.
Who's he staring at?
You?
Me? I wink at him.
You see a grin go over his face. The same grin that he gives to all the denizens of the woods, but it does mean something special to you.
Take that, bitches.
As the evening is filled with applause and cheerfulness, entering through the bottom, Durant, you see a very nervous, small dwarven lady, still having her book bag over her shoulder, pushes up glasses and is like looking around ever so nervously as Clara introduces herself. You see a conversation had where Clara turns and points to the front dance floor where Delphi's at, and you see that the small dwarven girl goes to the far left pillar and simply stands there awkwardly. Lower left section. Don't have a token for her, I will get one in the future.
Yeah, yes.
As the jazz music goes to a normal crescendo, for those on the outside. This music is filled. The environment's around. And a fun time has just started. This is where we're gonna have to end the episode.
Ow!
I have work to go to, unfortunately, but
Call out! Tell them you're sick.
I mean, if you call out, I'll call out.
I mean, I to be fair, this is literally live stream, so there's evidence on why I'm not sick.
We'll delete it.
We'll delete,
Yeah, but do they-
delete
but do
the
they know-
footage.
Yeah, do they know you stream?
What?
I was-
I have COVID. When was the last time we hung out?
It was yesterday.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Damn it.
I wouldn't play. I
I
lied.
got symptoms a week ago. It could still happen.
On my first day of work, I was supposed to come in, but I was like, no, I have a commitment, and I played Destiny that day.
Yeah.
I did that once. I did that like actually quite a few times on my Saturday shifts. I was like, I'm calling out. I don't feel good. And then I went to my actual like in-person Dungeons and Dragons session. I was like, hi.
Unfortunately, I do need to make the money.
No, yeah.
I
you're
have
fine.
bills to pay. But
We'll start a revolution.
the
We'll create a
start a
communist
revolution.
society.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
We'll see y'all the next time we're able to gather together, because this is definitely a fun time, and I would love to get back as soon as possible.
Yes, one that's longer too.
If we aim for, I'll tell you right now, if we have the time, schedules align, and we aim for a weekend, like a Saturday or Sunday morning, I will have a lot more time to do things. But during the week, I work night shifts, and so I'm a night owl. I have things to do.
Well, I can let you know that I am officially free every weekends now, including Fridays.
So Saturdays and Fridays are our best bets. Saturdays we'll be able to play longer games if everyone else can make that.
You can make Saturday.
We'll get to the talking of schedules and get it done later. In the meantime, I hope everyone enjoyed this intro and opening to the Platinum Star City to the Woods. And remember, at the end of every episode, I probably only remind everyone about 5 episodes in, but at the end of every episode, there is an after credit scene. Stick around for that. If players want to get not really spoiled, but see what's going on in the background world, they will stay and listen. However, this is basically the events happening outside of the world while our characters are developing their stories as well. So in the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed, and we will see y'all in the next video.
Bye, bye, chat.
as the party and jovial noise, the jazz music filling the outer atmosphere of the woods, kicks in. We pan the camera down the alleyway, where a couple of garbage crates, barrels, an assortment of supplies. Alright. We look out to the open courtyard of the central city. And there standing is a darkened individual, hood up, cloak covering his body. As two more steps out from the shadows, looking down this long alleyway.
It's like we found it. The place. It's time.